Hello everyone, and today we'll be seeing one of the problem from Leetcode. It says find minimum operations to make all elements divisible by 3. And here we are given an array nums, and we can perform an operation. Within an operation, we can either subtract or add 1 from any of the element, and ultimately we need to return the minimum number of operations we had made such that all the elements are divisible by 3. Now if you take few examples upon it, okay, so if I take any of the few examples over here, that would be I'm not sure why it's not showing up, but let me copy this over here. So if I take any example, random example for that matter, 1 2 3 4, and I wanted to check upon this array, then I'll get to know that for this array I do have 1 which is not divisible by 3, 2 is not divisible by 3, 3 is divisible of course by 3, and 4 is not divisible. So whenever it is not divisible, either we can add 1 to it, and we can subtract 1 to it, else we can add 1, because we want a minimum. So instead of adding 2 times 1 for this value, either we can subtract 1. Same goes with here, so we can either add 1, as here is not required because it is already divisible, and with 4 we can subtract. So the idea behind this is just to understand, if it is divisible, then the contribution of operations for this element would be 0, and if it is not divisible, then either we are going to plus or minus. Anyhow, there is only one operation of plus and there is only one operation of minus, so we can assume that for only one plus or one minus there would be only one contribution. So if element to count ratio is 1:1, so for that, if I'm seeing one non-divisible element, I'm just incrementing or I'm just having an operation one time, that's it. So with this consideration in our mind, the problem becomes really very simple now. So we can have a count variable. This would be our result. We would return this count, and ultimately we will iterate one by one number from nums. If n is not divisible by 3 in such a way, then count plus plus, and ultimately we'll return that. That's how the plan would go. I'll quickly zoom in, compile it for any compiler errors initially. So compilation looks good, and I'll submit it. Yeah, so since it was a very small code, it went ahead and made 100% of solutions, but these stats are not reliable. The topic tag which it contains was array math. Yeah, and that's how we have solved this problem. For more such content, click the video on your right, and I'll see you in the next one.